Alright, so what are conjugate acid pairs? Okay, let's look at it. We have an acid 1 and base 2. Acid 1 gives a proton to base 2, and then they switch sides. I'm gonna try to explain it in a way that hasn't in another way. So first, definitions of acids and bases. So a strong acid is a substance that gives away all protons, while a strong base is a substance that takes up all protons, while a weak base takes up some protons, and a weak acid gives just some protons. Strong acids and strong bases cannot have conjugate acid pairs. No, conjugate acid base pairs. So ignore them, and we're just gonna focus on weak acids and weak bases. Also, whenever you say proton, you mean a hydrogen ion, or actually a positive ion, which is a cation. Why? Because the hydrogen molecule only has one proton and one electron, and so when the electron goes away and the element becomes an ion, there stays only one proton. So they're synonyms. So the one in green is the thing. There is one acid, acid 1, that then becomes base 1. Acid 1 gives a proton to base 2, and then it becomes base 1, and then base 2 becomes acid 2. I don't think I will get it from my own explanation, so I'm gonna bring in Family Guy. Let's say you're an author. Let's say you're Seth MacFarlane, and you create a very famous show, like Family Guy. You're an acid. Your show is so famous that it can give away some inspiration to create another show, for example. And that inspiration can be the proton. That inspiration is taken by another author, the base 2. And that's the first part of the equation. Then the equation equals out on the other part, where acid 1, the first author, has his fame, while the author of the Cleveland show gains fame. Okay, let's ignore that one of the authors of the Cleveland show was Seth MacFarlane. Let's suppose that the Cleveland show was made by someone else that is not Seth MacFarlane. Acid 1, the famous author, gives inspiration throughout his story, gives out the proton to another guy that is less famous, and that creates another show, the Cleveland show. Then their sides swap, and the Cleveland show becomes more famous than Family Guy. So the Cleveland show gives a proton, gives an inspiration to Family Guy, so that Family Guy can become better. And then the same thing happens again, and this way they create an equilibrium. So acid 1, the creator of Family Guy, transforms into base 1, the creator of Family Guy, but less famous. While base 2, the creator of the Cleveland show, takes the inspiration from the creator of Family Guy, takes a proton, and makes his own show, the Cleveland Show, more famous than the Family Guy. So it becomes up to a position where he's the one who can give out inspiration, can give out protons. And so he becomes acid too. I could write in some writing, I don't have it at the moment. So we have, where is it? Yes, acid 1, the Family Guy creator, who gives his inspiration, his proton, to base 2, the creator of the Cleveland Show. And then the Cleveland Show becomes more famous than Family Guy, and so the Cleveland Show becomes acid 2, while acid 1, Family Guy, becomes less famous, and so it becomes base 1. And then acid 2, since it's more famous, can give out its inspiration to base 1. And so base 1 goes back to acid 1, and base 2 goes back to base 2. And so they go in this circle. And nothing, I hope it brought some-ish clarity, or some mental image that can be easily remembered. I hope it's gonna be useful for my own exams at least.